Hey guys, Kuran here. From my other videos, I've seen a lot of people asking me what I was running for Steel Fortress Abyss Ard, and even though I'm using not exactly this theme from the video, this is kind of the same trick, if I could say. I'm gonna show you the team right now because I wanted to make it free to play. But basically, instead of Crow, I'm running Brendia here because she does a lot more damage. But Crow still works. It's a bit slower, but it's still an overall clear time of about 19 to 20 minutes. And the average clear time is about 38 seconds. So I'm gonna show you the runes. For this one, uh these sets aren't necessary if you can get the accuracy needed. But the accuracy for Steel Fortress is 25%. And before that, I needed this set, but now I think I don't even need it anymore. So you could go either for a fight set or another set. I forgot the name, but the sets that increases the defense. Let me check. I think it's Determination. It's this one. You get defense for your units because actually Determination would be better because the trick for this team is that when this unit, the Zinc, does S3 and he lowers the trash wave low enough, the AI of Gina will always go for S3 and finish the waves. So either that or you could go for a double will because I'm gonna explain for the later runes why double will is important. So yeah, you keep that in mind for that. For the Zinc, you're gonna go for damage on wind and some additionals by defense if you can. And for the left side, full additionals, but the higher the additional by defense, the better. You want a crit damage build, of course. You want 25 accuracy here, as I said earlier. And just try to do a similar build as this one. And then you have the Gianna. She's on additional by attack. You can also go damage on wind. But I had some pretty high additionals by attack, so it helped a lot with the damage. You go with the max crit damage as always, and yeah, you need double will. I just want to point out though that the team is a bit costly in Devilmons, even though it's free to play, because you need Devilmons for well, you could also do skill ups with farming more Zincs or more of the same family, but that would cost a lot of dimensional energy, which I feel like is waste compared to Devilmons. But yeah, you need at the very least S2 to be skilled up. This is a must. You cannot do it without it, or else it's gonna make it way less safe. And the S3 I would also recommend because it lowers the quality a lot, and it's kind of hard to find a great build for the Zinc to do enough damage for the Gina to always do S3. For the Gina, it's not important to do skill ups because this is only 15 damage, but it also helps because you want as much damage as possible. But again, it's not needed. This, I would say, is a bit more needed, at least for the 15% damage, because the goal is to one-shot the wave when both, well, at least the Zinc does S3, then the Gina will always do S3. And if you gain the 15% damage, it's gonna lower the quality again for the run. The harmful effect rate, I doubt you need it. It could help for the towers because you do land dots on the tower, and when they play, they take a lot of damage. But if you want to save Devilmons, I would say at least aim for the S3 to be at level 2 to get the damage boost. And then try the runs, see if it works. And if it does, you don't need to waste any more Devilmons. Same with the S1, you don't really need it. For the next one, the Luren, you can go for a tankier build, but I tried to squeeze up some damage from here. You also only need 25 accuracy. I went for damage on wind on this one, and for this one, you can put only some additionals. That's way better than this, actually. Also, this one also needs double will. The crow is also double will. And for these offsets, I'd rather go blade than anything else. Having the skill up on S3 and S2 helps a lot, but especially the S3, because that's the skill that's gonna snipe the boss if you get enough debuffs. You go on damage on wind. The main set doesn't really matter, but attack is preferred here for sure. But honestly, go for the highest damage on wind you have for dark artifacts. And for the attack artifact, you can go for either S3 crit damage or crit damage as more enemy HP. Whatever lines give you the best total. Having the attack up effect here is not that important because it's gonna scale way more on crit damage, I feel like. And yeah, don't try to go. I don't know the exact speed requirement, but I'm pretty sure this is pretty close. This is a pretty slow crow for the dungeon. So yeah, we're gonna go on a run here. But just before I start the run, I just wanted to remind you, I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and so far there's around 97% of people that watch my videos that aren't subscribed. And don't feel bad about it, but just one click, it's free, it's pretty quick to do, and it helps the channel a lot. Okay, let's get started. So we got the S3. The AI is not 100%, so it's not always going to be the case, but I'm pretty sure we're going to find a run where it doesn't happen because they derp a lot. Like, see, here it happens. This one decided to go S3 either way, but that's why you want double will, and especially on the boss stage. Like you're gonna see here, if we don't strip the defense buff, we're gonna go on a turn 2. Okay, here we stripped, but we didn't have the. I don't think he has 3 there. I think he only has 1. But you also want 5 debuffs minimum to actually one shot the boss. Sorry. So hopefully we're gonna find like an actual perfect run to show, because this is honestly such a complicated dungeon to do, because there's so many derp elements, and also the debuffs aren't 100%. But that's why, like, I've seen a lot of people do, instead of Agar, they went with the Fire Ken for the query lead and for the branding. But I decided to go Agar instead because you get a third chance at adding the buff block before you actually attack the boss, which in my opinion is makes it much safer. Like, also here you can see every time you have to kill on the second turn, at least you don't get stunned on your units. Like, sure, this one got stunned, but she already played. If the crow is not on double will and you get stunned there, usually you're gonna lose. So let's see here. Do we have anything important? Not really. Okay, so this one still went well. We missed the defense break here, but Luren should be able to get it. There you go. Here's a derp run. She still did S3, that's pretty fine for us. Okay, for the boss stage. Okay, here we get nothing. We get the buff block on the derp. Okay, here, see, we have a shield, so again, we could have gotten stunned here if we didn't get double will. Normally, a lot of people do rage on the crow, but if he gets stunned on turn 2, what's the point? He's not gonna play. I'd rather be able to have a confirmed 2 shot, but here, as you can see, it's going terrible because we didn't land the buff block or strip the shield. And now he's still on a deep defense buff, so maybe this is gonna be a failed run. Let's see. We still have a shot to win though. Okay. Yeah, okay. See, it's still pretty close, but as I said, this dungeon, even though it's important, like it's really important, you guys need to farm artifacts. But the problem is it's such a frustrating dungeon to do. Even after the nerf they did, I still feel like they need to fix this dungeon, and not only by nerfing the HP, but by either releasing new units for the buff block. I know there's some people that do Ling Ling variant, the wind Kung Fu girl, But personally, I find this off not this offense, but this team way too slow. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Maybe I could do a better video with a Ling Ling team, but usually it's either super slow or it's Brandia included, which makes it not free to play. So I'd rather wanted to show this team for the free to play option, and later on I'm gonna release another video for like my actual fast team. If we check the times here, as you can see, it's still pretty fast. Like here, it's what went pretty wrong. Like we didn't get buff block, we didn't strip the shield, and he had defense buff most of the time. But besides that, it's always around the 30, 40 seconds for the run. And it goes much faster when you actually land the 5 debuffs, and then the crow can one-shot. I'm gonna try to skip and show a run that does this. Okay, so I decided to go manually to see if we can get a perfect run, as I was talking about, where you can actually one-shot the boss. So we're gonna go, you know what? No, we're gonna do the actual run as if it was perfect. Here we need to land defense break and block. Okay, now we can do S2. Now this one does S3. And if he lands at least 2 debuffs, we're fine. Okay, now we need the heal block. That's great. And normally you show one shot. Yeah, see? So this is when the perfect scenario happens. This is when you get the good run. And even on manual, where I was talking and selecting my skills, which slowed down the run, it's still almost the same or a bit faster than on auto when it does the double turn. So yeah, oh, that's a pretty good artifact. Damn, nice. So yeah, that's the team. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to give recommendations, or if you managed to build this team. If you want to see the Ling Ling one, you can also ask me in the comments. I'll try to rune it on free rune removal. But yeah, as it's safe, it's a bit faster than the Ling Ling, I feel like, unless I'm proven wrong. But the problem is it's costly. You need to skill up these guys, which are two ways. So you either have to do more two ways, which I highly don't recommend, or Devilmon, which is the safer option. And the Crow also needs at least the S3 skilled up. These, well, this one also, but this is 3 stars, so it's easy to skill up. And this one, I would recommend at least these 2 skills to be skilled up. This one also for more damage, I guess, but it's not really needed. So yeah, see you on stream, guys.